Hi everyone, Sarah here. Welcome to this week's Friday video tutorial here at Mrs. Lincoln's Inkin. Today we are going to be making this, I call it the circle spinner card. I don't know what else to call it. What it is this little, oh, I got a little thing right there. This little piece that you put here spins around the card, and it's just super cute. You can make them for any different sorts of occasions, birthdays, Christmas, anniversaries, you know, whatever you want. It's just a fun little moving card. So a little twist on the normal spinner card. So this is what we're going to be making today. So let's go ahead and get started. First, what you're going to need is a few different pieces of cardstock. You're going to need your base of your cardstock, which is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, making just your regular size card. And I'm using the Smoky Slate today. And then you're going to need another piece of cardstock cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And now that's how this one is. It's just tone on tone. This is with the Bermuda Bay, and then I just stamped all over it to make like my homemade DSP. So this would be this piece right here. So again, that's 4 by 5 1/4. Now if you wanted to use DSP like I did on this one, I still cut this piece of cardstock and then I cut a DSP the same exact size, so 4 by 5 1/4. And I do this because then it makes it thicker, and I find that the DSP is just too flimsy to have the piece move around it. You need that weight in the back. So the DSP that I'm using is the All Is Calm. That's in the Holiday Mini right now. And what we need to do first is we need to adhere our DSP onto our cardstock. So just take your snail or your adhesive, and I am going to apologize about my voice. I have been sick, so if I sound hoarse and congested, I apologize. Try and get this as straight as you possibly can on there. There we go. That looks good. Okay, now we need to grab the Big Shot, so I'm going to grab that real fast. And make sure it's in the camera here. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now we need to cut on the piece that we just made, and I'm using the circle framelits, and we want to use numbers 5 and 7, counting from the smallest outward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then 6, 7. Now, if you wanted to do this card and do it different sizes, you absolutely could, but you need to make sure that your framelits are 2 sizes difference. So like 5 and 7 or 3 and 5, or you know, they can't be like 5 and 6. They have to be 2 away from each other. So we're going to take our 4 by 5 1/4 piece, and we're going to put our biggest framelit here where we want it and try and get it center. That looks good to me. And then put this on there and run this through the Big Shot. Okay, now we need to take this piece, or this piece that we just cut, get our platform back here, this piece that we just cut, and we need to now take our number 5 die, and we need to cut a piece out of this. Now I still try and like to get it center because I like to use those rings for something different, but if it's not center for this part, it doesn't matter. And then run this through the Big Shot. Okay, so now we're done with that, so let me get it out of the way here. See, that's cute for like a different project or something down the road. Okay, so now you have two pieces here because they weren't adhered to each other, so you can choose which one you want. And I'm going to use the Smoky Slate. So now we need to take the base of our card and we need to layer this with dimensionals right on top. But before we do that, I want to add a ribbon to mine right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to use the Lost Lagoon ribbon. And I'm just going to take it around here and tie a quick bow. I always say quick, but it's never quick. If you follow my blog or my videos, you know that bows and I, we don't get along very well, but I'm not going to let them defeat me. I'm just going to keep putting them on my projects and trying until I get them the way that I want them. Oh, not bad. Alright. So then with leaving it on the spool, as you can see, you can pull and make your bow the size that you want. Just kind of fudge with it a little bit until you get it there, how you want it. Alright, that looks good for me for now, so just snip off the ends here. Okay, and then with my bows, I like to take a mini glue dot right here, and I just like to put a mini dot right underneath my base here, and it just helps to hold it in place. You absolutely do not have to. It's just a preference. Okay, perfect. So now we need to take our dimensionals, and we need to put dimensionals all over the place, but we need to make sure that we don't put them really close to the edges here, because we want our penny, because that's what we use as our spinner, to be able to spin. So just put some all over, and I'm actually going to cut one in half here and put it here on the sides, really close to this edge right here. Okay, now bring my base back over, take all my backings off here. Sorry for the sniffles. Alright. And then we're going to layer this right on top. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Now next what we need is just a regular penny, and we need our base piece here. This is what we cut out of the number 5 framelit. So we need to get our dimensionals again, and I just put a cluster of dimensionals right here in the middle. Take the backings off. Alright, now you want to take your penny and you want to slide it in there about halfway. Take your middle piece here, get it center in your circle, or as best as you can, and then you can still move that penny around to get it, you know, even where it needs to be. So now for the center here, I went ahead and did my pre-stamping, and I used the Starburst Sayings, You Make the World a Better Place, with the Soft Sky ink, and then I punched it out with my 2-inch circle punch. Now I'm just going to take this and put some snail on it, and put this right in the center here. Okay, and then for my spinner, I used the Crisp Cantaloupe cardstock along with the Crisp Cantaloupe ink and the Flower Shop image stamp set right there, and then the pansy punch, and this is what's going to go around our card. So I'm just going to put one dimensional right here in the middle, and then I'm going to stick this dimensional right there. Actually, you should probably put the dimensional on first. Let's do that. Put the dimensional on your penny. There you go. Now you can see what you're doing. And then put your little spinner piece on. Just like that. And then now it moves around. So stinking adorable. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh my goodness. Well, that's it for today, my friends. I want to thank you for stopping by, and until next time, happy inking!